on doing your walking, and then we're going to increase it to a jog and then a run, and just doing interval training, just backwards and forwards through the running and the jogging, just to get your heart rate up to about 80% of your maximum heart rate. Yep. So first of all, I'm going to take you through a warm-up phase, which is 10 minutes of walking, and we want to get your heart rate from your resting heart rate up to about 40% was a casual walk, and then we're going to increase that to about 70% of your max heart rate. So you'll start to notice your heart beating faster, you're starting to sweat a little bit, as well as your breathing will become a little bit deeper as well. Alright, and that's just to reduce the amount of injury that might happen and to loosen up your joints and just to get your body into that exercise mode. Yep, wonderful. So first we're going to start over here with an incline push-up. Yep. So with an incline push-up, just going to put your hands just below your shoulders. Yep. You're going to put your hands below your shoulders and your body is a plank. Yep. And then I just want you to bend at the elbows and abdominals brace, and we're just going to lower down and then back up. Great job there. So you're bracing your abdominals. You can feel that there in your obliques, in your abdominals as well as your anterior deltoids. Wonderful. That's great. You should be able to feel that there in your tricep muscles as you come down, as well as your pectorals on the front here. Yep, that's great. Okay, let's move on to the next exercise. We're going to get you to do an under the railing pull-up. So for each of these exercises, we'll be doing the 3 to 5 sets, 20 reps at about 65%. Okay, so for each of these exercises, I'll be getting you to do 3 to 5 sets and 20 reps up to about 120 seconds break at 65% of your maximum heart rate. Okay, so now we're going to do the under railing push-up. So I'm going to get you to put your hands out facing you, and your body's going to be a plank, and your elbows are going to come back past your ribs. So as you pull up, you're going to squeeze through your latissimus dorsi and your trapeze and your back muscles there, and you should feel this one in your biceps. Yep, and then pull up again. Just come over and correct your technique here. That's perfect. Squeezing through your latissimus dorsi here and your trapeze. That's fantastic, and I can see you using your biceps as you pull up there. That's great, Lynn. Okay, fantastic. So let's move on to the next exercise. Great, thank you.
Keep going, stop.
Come over this side. And the next exercise is a split squat or a stationary lunge. So we're going to put one foot forward, and you want your knees to be tracking your toes here, your chest up looking forward, and this back knee is going to lower to the ground. So you can put your hands on your hips, or you can just put them beside you, whichever's comfortable, and you're going to lower down to the ground and then squeeze back up through your gluteus maximus, and your hamstrings and your quads will be engaged here, just with your abdominals braced. Fantastic, good technique, Lynn. Getting that perfect, I like that. And you can feel that in your gastronomics down here as well. Yeah. That's great, thank you. Alright, so the same again, we'll be doing the 3 to 5 sets, and you want to do 20 reps, as well as getting your heart rate up to that 65%, just keeping it constant in 120 seconds break. So the next one we're going to do is a burpee. So with the burpee, you just want to put your hands on the ground, and then jump your feet out and back in, and return to that standing position, bracing those abs there. Alright, so you just want to show me one of those? So jump you down, and we're going to jump your feet out, back in, and return to that standing position. That's fantastic. Adding that little jump for that extra exercise. That's great then. So just one more rep there, just so I can correct your technique. Fantastic, Lynn. I love that. That's great. And that one's a great one because it uses all of those big muscles down here, as well as adding in your triceps and your obliques and your abdominals and your anterior deltoids. It's a fantastic one for everything. Alright, and the last one that we're going to do, so the same thing for that one, we're going to do 3 to 5 sets, 20 reps at an 120 seconds break. Yep. So this last one we're going to do a prone hover or a plank. So I need you to go on your elbows and your toes, and I want to see a straight line between your shoulders and hips and your toes, and you're just going to hover there. So I'll just get you to go down to that position. We're going to do this one for 60 seconds. That's great. So I just need to see that flat line. That's perfect, Lynn. That's great. I can see that you're engaging your obliques and your abdominals there. Perfect. And that one's using all of the same muscles as well. You're engaging your obliques and your abdominals, interior and exterior. That's fantastic. I can see that straight line. That's perfect, Lynn. You can pop up now. Thank you. In 60 seconds, 3 to 5 sets. Yep. And just keep that up with the 60 seconds and 120 seconds break. Okay. Now that we've completed the the resistance training. And we talked about the cardiorespiratory, that you do the running intervals, working your way through the running and the jogging. We do a cool down phase, and the cool down, we want to get your heart rate up from that exercise rate right back down to that resting rate. So we're just going to do the 10 minutes of walking slowly to slowly decrease your rate to about 40 to 50%. And after we do that, we want to do 5 to 7 minutes of static stretching, just to really stretch out those muscles to let the lactic acid come out, and so nothing's building up and your blood's flowing and get everything back to that resting state. And that's perfect. You did really well there. So we just do the warm up every time to make sure that your muscles are getting into the exercise phase to get all the air through. And then after your resistance training, we're always going to do that cool down as well. Same with when you do the cardiorespiratory phase,